This is Setting the Tone with me, Katie, and Ben Coda.
This is Setting the Tone, where you can ask Mark and Ben anything you want.
Within reason.
We're going?
Yep, we're ready.
All right, are you going to do the intro?
I'll do the intro.
All right, go on.
Welcome to November edition of Setting the Tone.
It's November.
I know. This is our sister podcast, the Lowering the Tone podcast. It has a mix. It has interviews with other people. It's us interviewing other people, really. Whereas Setting the Tone is us just
Answering your questions.
shooting the shit.
Answering questions?
Yeah, answering questions. It's a Q&A.
And revealing facts about ourselves.
Facts with no substance.
No lies in this.
So welcome to the show. Let's get started.
Yeah.
Do you want to start?
Are you going to make the disclaimer before we go into it?
Yeah, the disclaimer is I do apologise. We're both sick.
Yeah.
And
Well, we're not sick.
Well, I'm sick.
I'm sick in the head.
I've just got a cold.
Yeah, I've got a bit of sniffle. So if we're sniffling
Maybe
a
a
little
little bit of mental illness.
Yeah, I'm definitely sick in the head. But I mean, that's been, yeah.
And we've been down the pub, we've had a few drinks, so I think we're all ready to rumble.
Yeah. So I mean, like, we've got a whole load of questions.
And thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
to
massive
everyone
thank you. No one asked me any questions, but Mark's had about 50. So we're going to go for Mark's questions today. Well, I remember last time I got loads
You
of
got
questions.
loads and I had
Mark
none.
got like 2. So that's probably a Facebook algorithm.
And they
for
were
you
both
there.
breaks questions.
Yeah, about breaks. We've had a couple of breaks questions, but yeah. Right, so I thought we should start at the beginning. Right back to the beginning of the dawn of time of dance music. And George Miller has asked, what was the track that got you into electronic music?
Ooh.
You going to answer that, or do you want me to answer it? I mean,
No, you go first. You go first. Go on.
For me, it was Prodigy Out of Space. I think I've said this before.
Yeah, we have
because
this
I was
conversation.
always into heavy metal and like rock and stuff. And then my mate played me it, and it just kind of went, ooh. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. It was that kind of crossover, and then I started exploring, and then I got into jungle, weirdly. And then it all kind of went from there, really. So Prodigy, thank you.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Liam Howlett, and all the other ones in the Prodigy, who I can't remember the names.
I mean, there was lots of music, like electronic music. I used to listen to DJ Hype.
Yeah.
On, I can't remember what it was. It might have been Centre Force. It was like, this is years ago. But he used to play this kind of a mixture of techno and breaks, but
Like
when it wasn't
hardcore
called,
type.
like old school
Yeah.
stuff like Genocide 2 and Shut Up and Dance.
Yeah.
That was, that
Sort
was
of
the
like
kind of era.
92-ish,
Yeah.
91, 92-ish.
Yeah,
Like,
and, I mean, I can't pinpoint any specific track, but
Yeah.
there was lots of music that influenced me to get off my arse and actually make me own.
Is there one that you kind of go, ooh, like if you listen to it now? So I listen to Outer Space now and I go, oh yeah.
Well, I remember listening to Strings of Life.
Oh yeah, that's killer.
and like Wasted, and it just realising how much an electronic track could alter my mood and
It's
make
beautiful,
me
isn't
feel.
it?
Yeah, it was amazing.
I mean, and you listen to it now, and it doesn't. I mean, it is dated, obviously,
Yeah.
but the actual, as far as the content goes, it's not.
it was a very clever track. The same as Pacific State 808. That the idea of using a sax, saying that though, is that Lauren Garner used it really well with Man with Red Face, but there should be more sax in dance music, I reckon.
Yeah, I think that was ruined by the remix. That track for me, I just can't.
What,
listen
Mark
to it.
Knight?
Well,
I mean, I think with Mark Knight,
it's a good remix, but I've heard it too much.
But he sort of came in hoping that like the new army of fans wouldn't have heard the original and be like, oh wow, this is amazing, because all he'd done was just beef up the drums.
Yeah, he did basically.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark.
No, I mean he did a bloody good job at it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, there you go.
All right.
And, I'll name check George. George.
Yeah, George.
He's got a project called 601.
Okay.
With Mark East from. Mark used to do Deep Impact. These are breaks guys.
okay.
They make great music, and they record for punks.
Oh, I didn't
and
realise.
actually, that's a nice segue. Let's. I got a question from
We got a question from
Ollie G,
Ollie
who's
G.
the label manager at Punks. And he said, favourite talk-based podcasts.
I'm not going to answer this because I don't listen to podcasts apart from this one. So you can do this.
So I just asked myself.
I mean, I just listen to mixes. Basically, I'm just a complete music whore. So,
and I listen to loads of spoken word.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not spoken word, but it's like talk-based. I'll breeze over it quickly. These are the ones I'm currently listening to.
Yeah.
I listen to the MMA Hour, and I know Ollie's a UFC fan as well. So the MMA Hour, so they get to interview all the UFC fans. Awesome.
Yeah.
Jim Jeffries has got a new podcast,
Yeah.
which is basically what they do is he's got a show on Comedy Central, which I wasn't a fan of. Now I've become.
You
a fan
hated it when I showed it to you.
Yeah, because
you wouldn't even watch it.
I thought it was like canned laughter, and I know Jim Jeffries from Alcoholic Horse.
Yeah.
But
Are you into it now?
But his podcast, because what they do in the podcast is they discuss the subjects on the show.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lot more looser.
Yeah.
And they sort of, it's very much.
Because the show is quite scripted. I mean, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's a little bit. It's a little bit safe though.
Yeah.
It's quite safe. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Whereas the podcast, I mean, they just had Jack Whitehall. And Jack Whitehall was really funny because they go back for years.
Yeah.
So they're talking about stuff about when they were going to Edinburgh, and Jack Whitehall was like 17 years old, and Jim Jeffries sort of took him under his wing. It's really interesting stuff. No. But if you like comedy, check that out. I like Believe You Me, another fight-based podcast, which is Michael Bisping, who lost at the weekend. But that's really good because he's hilarious, and he does it with Louis J. Gomez, who's a comedian.
Right. Yeah.
So that's if you like a fighter and a kid, you'd love this podcast. I listen to Joe Rogan, which I think is standard.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais has just started a new show called Deadly Serious, which is on Sirius XM or X. Whatever.
Okay.
That's really interesting. If you like Ricky Gervais, I mean, I think he's hilarious personally. And there's another little podcast that I've started to enjoy called What Really Happened, which they examine things in history and actually break down what really happened.
You told me about that one.
Yeah,
and that's one that I think I'll probably find quite interesting.
Yeah, they have Muhammad Ali, and they sort of break down like what actually happened rather than what the press said happened.
Right.
But yeah, that's about it. But,
cool.
Ollie.
Good recommendations.
Yeah, I think so.
On the theme of breaks.
Okay.
Segueing. we had a question from Andrew Cousins, a regular listener and contributor. Thank you very much, Andrew. He says there is a bit of a revival for nostalgia and just good vibes feelings for classic pre-2010 breaks. He asks, he says, Hot Cakes had a party recently which was sold out and was quite frankly a fun night. Is Hot Cakes declines?
Yeah. It's a decline in Jurassic, I believe.
Okay. He said, would you consider doing such a set, Mark, or would you consider it well behind you? I'd like to add to that. Did you ever do that?
No. I was going to play a classic break set in Spain, but the event got pulled.
But your version of classic... We've had this conversation a zillion times. Your version of classic breaks isn't a Hotcakes breaks, though, is it?
No.
I'm not going to take anything away from Hotcakes breaks because I've been to Hotcakes. I haven't been to Hotcakes nights, but I've got a few old Decline tunes on vinyl from when I used to play breaks years ago. And they're all right. And they'll probably be quite fun. I used to go to breaks nights, and they're quite fun to have a bit of a rinse out to. But that wasn't really what you used to do when I used to come and see you when you were playing breaks in inverted commas. Like
techno orientated and sort of progressive orientated breaks.
Would you play a break set?
I don't think there's any demand for me to be honest.
No,
I'm not. I don't view myself on the same level as some of the big name
Stanton Warriors.
Yeah, any of those guys. I don't think there's any demand.
You played a little bit of breakbeaty stuff on Saturday because we played it Omniscient.
Yeah, some broken stuff.
Yeah.
But I still will if I find a track that fits. I will. I'm not anti breaks.
Yeah.
And also there's something that you said, Andy, which it's not beneath me at all.
No.
That's not me at all.
No, behind you, you said.
Sorry.
In the past.
Yeah, no. It's I probably would, but I don't think there would be any demand to. I think within breaks, I was always viewed as a little bit of the black sheep anyway, because I always played a mixture of...
It was kind of 4/4 breaks, really, wasn't it? It was that kind of,
So it was never purist anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't, So, okay.
Yes, I would, but I don't really think that anyone would really want me to, so it's a mute subject, really.
Okay. Well, okay, moving on from there. Matthew Miles. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
How's it going? Has asked for either of you, if someone gave you 50 quid for being ugly, would you take the money?
All day long.
Well, I'd take a tenner. I mean, yeah.
Mate, if I could
make money for being ugly, then I'd happily have that as a career path.
It's anti-modelling, isn't
I wonder how many people would give me 50 quid. But there are ugly models, though, aren't there? You get like...
Well, I think they're just
fat
different.
blokes or guys with big legs and stuff, and or I don't know, people with big ears. And they're
modelling for Bizarre magazine.
They're on like Marks and Spencer's adverts and like just wearing normal clothes, being normal, aren't they?
Well, yeah, I could do that. Really
I don't know.
well.
Is Marks and Spencer's normal?
I don't know. I can't afford to shop in there.
Charity shops.
Yeah,
normal people doing charity shops.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Yeah. Anyone wants to give me 50 quid just for...
So I didn't mean to insinuate that you shop at charity shops, Mark, but I do if I can.
Yeah, it's like, give me 50 quid for being ugly. Take it all
Give
day
me 50 quid. Yeah, I totally. I mean, excellent question there. George Miller has asked, what are your favourite crisps?
Oh.
I love crisps.
What'd you like?
All of them. Apart from... See, this is...
This
is the thing. I don't really like prawn cocktail flavour crisps. I'm not a huge fan. I'm just trying to think actually here of crisps. I don't like salt and vinegar that much. Okay. You get good quality salt and vinegar.
They're better than ready salted.
Well, it depends. I mean, your bog standard ready salted, but if you get like your kettle chips salted, they're good.
What was sea salt?
Sea salt, exactly.
Or balsamic vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar is better than just
very
your normal.
European.
Yeah, I do like paprika crisps from Europe
because
they're covered in MSG. I like them.
All right.
Yeah, cheese and onion are good. Barbecue are good. Trying to think of ones that I don't like. I don't like anything with Marmite in it. So
no, nor do I.
You don't like Marmite?
No, I can't stand
it's
it.
Fucking rank, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. What about you, Mike? I mean, I like all crisps, basically.
I'm guilty. I like Frazzles.
Oh, my God.
Frazzles
Amazing.
are awesome.
What about...
they look like bacon, but then, there's no bacon whatsoever.
No, they don't. And they're only like 10p. No, they're about 30p.
When was the last time you bought crisps?
I buy them quite regularly. I'm a crisp addict.
If they were 10p...
Space Raiders are 10p.
Oh, are they?
You know Space Raiders?
Yeah.
They're like weird pickled onion kind of flavour, which...
Monster Munch.
Yeah, I do like Monster Munch. I went through a phase of not liking Monster Munch, but I like them again now. But I like the beef Monster
I like
Munch.
Quavers.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can do Quavers.
Quavers are good. They're not my favourite. Squares are quite nice. Square? Squares. Like McCoy. What about McCoys?
Yeah, they're all right. Yeah.
I like the chili McCoys. Most crisps are my favourite.
I think the answer is yes. We love crisps.
We like them.
Most flavours.
Most flavours, all of them. They're bloody great. I love them. Pringles. Doritos I don't like that much.
I like Pringles.
You like? Yeah, I like Pringles.
The sour cream ones.
Yeah. But the thing about Pringles is that they've got so much MSG on them that you just, once you start eating them, you just can't stop eating them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Crack.
Yeah, I mean, I like crack as well, so it's fine. Right. Swiftly on. Chris Williams, no.
Oh. Is he asking about my toes?
Well, he just wanted to know how your feet are.
My feet are fine.
Yeah, they better now.
Yeah.
Is the toe all right?
Yeah, I dropped a dumbbell on my toe.
Yeah, that was a bit dumb.
Yeah. Hence, they're not called dumbbells for nothing.
Okay, let's have a serious question. Andy Cousins again has got another, which is a really good question. Where were your first ever DJ gigs? What kind of music did you play? Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I started playing funk, but so I wasn't
DJing.
Yeah. I started playing like funk, so I wasn't mixing. I was using the rolls to drop into a new funk track.
Yeah.
Whereas like my first sort of DJ gig where I had to mix and stuff. I can't remember. I can remember my first abroad gig.
Yeah.
And that was in Italy, I believe, which was... I I'm gonna butcher this name. Reggio Emilia. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
It's northern.
Reggio Emilia.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not pronounced like that. And I went and played a club called the Mafia Club.
Oh, funny name that.
Yeah, for an Italian club.
For an Italian club, I wouldn't have thought it'd be called that.
And that was the first time I ever drank limoncello. Which, in hindsight,
we like limoncello.
That was like the perfect storm disaster because they give me this really sweet sort of like dessert drink.
Really nice drink.
I was like, this is amazing. I must have drank like about 6 or 7 of them.
You're not supposed to do that.
By the time I was DJ, I was hammered. And I sort of struggled. I sort of literally busked my way through the set, which was, please no one recorded it.
Oh. Mine was, I played at Birmingham University Students' Union at drum bass night there called Procession, who I went on to play with a few times. And they went on to become a really big night in Birmingham, drum bass night. And I was 18. I think I was 18. Yeah, I was 18. And I only had my decks for about 6 months. And I had like cam belt drives. They were like my first ever, really crap. Like, and like that was, and the pitches went up. To speed up, you pushed up, and to speed the track down, you pulled down on the vinyl.
Yeah.
Right, and it was my first ever time in 1210s, and like the cams were really sensitive, and the 1210s were like, so it went all right. I mean, I only played 9 till 10.
Okay.
I did like an hour warm up, but I had an MC because he was just my mate. He came down, and we had a good time, and people danced, and I didn't clang any mixes. So I played drum and bass. Yeah, Birmingham University Students' Union. It was killer.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone liked it.
There you go.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, okay.
I've got one.
Go on, you go for it.
This is kind of a good one, I think.
Yeah.
Simon Potter.
Oh, hey, Simon.
Hi, Simon. He asks, what's your favourite place on earth?
Ooh, I've got.
I'm guessing that that's a double barrel question because it's like your favourite place is like as a DJ, you normally go, "What's my favourite place to play?"
Yeah,
but that might not be your favourite place.
Yeah.
So we'll give 2 answers.
Do you want me to shoot?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, I've got. I really like Canada. I've played there a few times. I've only actually been there to DJ, but I just love the vibe there. It's awesome. I also really like Sri Lanka.
Well, yeah.
Who wouldn't? Hopefully going back there next year. Fingers crossed. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, and always a killer gig over there. And I don't know. I mean, there's a few random ones. I like Russia. Russia's great. Yeah. I've been to Russia like 7 or 8 times now, and it's always been good fun.
Crazy town.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to live in Russia, but then I haven't lived there, so I wouldn't know really.
Oh.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm not one of these people who's into like. I mean, Sri Lanka's really nice and kind of it's got beautiful beaches and stuff, but I'm more into like the vibe of the place. Australia's Melbourne's nice.
Melbourne's nice.
I say Australia, but I mean, Melbourne's good. Not been to Perth yet, but we'll get onto that in a bit.
Yeah. Perth's a wonderful place.
Yeah.
So
sorry, Mike.
Perth's it's definitely one of the places I absolutely adore. Now, I could see myself living there.
Yeah. You've been to quite a few more places than me, so you might have.
I'd say the most beautiful place I've ever been to is Queenstown in New Zealand.
Oh, right.
I was doing a little tour of Australia and New Zealand, and I extended my trips so I could stay in Queenstown longer. It was just it was George. It was everywhere you look, it's like postcard.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And I'm not a big fan of the cold. I like hot places, but that blew my head off. Yeah. And I was on my own, so okay. I extended my trip, stayed an extra couple of days, because it was just beautiful, and I didn't really know anyone there. The promoter went off the radar. I was literally on my own, but I loved it.
You've been to South America?
Yeah.
See, that's on my bucket
I was in
list,
Buenos Aires.
Right.
So it was just chaos.
Yeah, big city. It's quite it's a place like that. I guess if you're going to find somewhere beautiful, you get out of a big city.
Yeah, Buenos Aires wasn't somewhere I'd go on holiday, but I really enjoyed playing that side of it. I enjoyed playing in Hong Kong. I enjoyed playing in San Francisco, but for holiday wise, I'd definitely go back to Perth. just to hang out, even if I wasn't playing.
Yeah.
But I guess that's based upon friends as well.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, because I mean, you can. Australia's beautiful in many ways, but then actually Australia's good. But like when I lived there, I found myself just going around to places and just going to the places for the sights. Go and look at a waterfall, blah blah, and it's beautiful. But it might well be beautiful, but then if your friends aren't there as well or something, then it lacks a little bit of magic. Maybe I don't know. It's like it's quite a deep question.
I did actually go to a place which is in a national park in Yosemite, and they'd done a rave there. This is many years ago, and we went swimming in the river, and they had all these like little creeks and stuff that we like that. Yeah, we hung out, and that was really nice.
But actually, vibe wise, I mean, I've been to a few festivals in the past couple of years that have been, when you go to a festival and you get that little magic feeling.
Yeah.
Like Glade used to have.
A little sparkle.
And like the two that I've been to that have had it, apart from Noisily, which obviously has it, in abundance, but there's one called Wonderland, which is near Basel, and it's nothing to write home about, but you go in the woods and like the way it's all decked out, it's just like a little magic land. That was nice. That was fun. And then there was one that we did, me and Chris did this year called Eclipse Resonance it was in Quebec. In Canada. Yeah, I think I told you about that. And like it had a lake and it was beautiful and like lovely like forests and stuff around, and it goes back to the Canada thing. I love Canada. There's something about Canada that I don't know. I just feel.
Yeah, I've been to Victoria a few times.
Yeah,
and also Montreal.
Yeah, Montreal's amazing.
Montreal's like for the artistic values.
Buzzing city, vibing, lovely
really
people.
Vibing. Yeah, people are cool as shit, and also they speak French.
Yeah, and they speak weird French though. Yeah, it's not French. It's like Canadian French. It's like French with an American accent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I suppose it's like the Mexican Spanish. It's like like slang
Spanish, real Spanish. But there's something about Canada. I don't know. I just feel at home there. I think it's maybe when you get out of the city, there's so much space.
Yeah,
you've just got this space around.
People are cool as fuck as well.
People are cool as fuck. I like that. Yeah.
So there you go.
Good question. And he also says you're going to India soon on a spiritual mission.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to DJ, but
yeah, it might turn into a spiritual mission. You never know.
I hope so. I've been to India before, but I've only been to Delhi.
Yeah.
This particular trip, it looks like New Year's Eve in Goa.
Awesome.
So this is new for me. So
That'll be
I'm excited. This is something I haven't done.
I'll put you in touch with some of my friends in Goa.
And I'm doing New Delhi, doing a party there. So that, India's new for me because I've been there, but I've only done an in and out as a DJ. I've never hung out there.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to spend a bit of time in the country and sort of checking it out, really.
Yeah, I've been there once, but yeah. I want to go back more. Right, Tony Ramirez, talking about travelling. Tony Ramirez says, when are we going back to San Francisco?
Either
of us, or both of us. Yeah, last time that was awesome. And Nicole Andress, who we stayed with last time we went to San Francisco, has said, or we had a lot of fun last time we went to San Francisco.
Yeah, we love Nicole.
So, we'd love to come back. Hint, hint.
So I mean that's more of a case of when we get booked.
Yeah, which hopefully will be soon. Right, okay, more questions. I'm going to get onto Kim's questions in a minute. Andrew, we're going to do the last one of Andrew because he's asked a few questions.
Yeah,
I mean he's
crazy with the questions.
Super keen. Do you know any good underground techno record labels that you can recommend? Lower in the tone, I'd say.
I mean, I don't go label based. I go artist based.
Yeah.
As a rule, and most artists I like, they kind of release on multi labels.
I've been a bit slack recently because I've just been so heads down writing my own stuff. But Khalil is good at the moment. He's doing some really good stuff. I just thought of a few, but they're not underground.
I mean, we've kind of mentioned all our favourite artists in previous podcasts. It's a There is no sort of like easy answer to this because you can't go, well, on that label everything's amazing. It's it's all artist based, really.
And a lot of labels are quite hit and miss, really, aren't they? As well.
I mean, if you like techno, just go Drum Code.
Just listen to Drum Code. Yeah.
And then what I would suggest is follow the artists backwards into some of the more smaller labels, and you might find some gems.
I mean, what I do is normally if I'm hunting for some newish stuff, I'll go looking down the list of people like Khalil or Ruiz or Alex Dean even into some of the Brazilian labels, and then I'll kind of go back up and look at some of those Brazilian labels and look at if that's the sound I'm looking for a particular gig, for example. Well, you're right. If you're looking at some of the drum code artists, you can see which other labels they've released on.
I mean, people like Jay Lumen and Julian Jewell.
Yeah.
It's like, but if you follow some of the smaller labels and then you can discover some of their smaller artists that are trying to break through, that are actually making some really good stuff. As a rule, I don't really follow labels as such. I I normally go down the rabbit hole when I'm looking for music.
I do too as well. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. On drum code, Graham Gio O'Reilly. Gio.
God.
He's asked a few.
Hello, Gio.
All right, mate. We're going to start with, because we just mentioned a few of these. Adam Bayer, Sam Paganini, Julian Jewell. Is being bald a major factor in modern day techno? Do the kids love a slaphead spinner?
Well, I think it's absolutely paramount that you should be follically challenged before you can actually...
I can't really think... I mean, he missed off Moby off the list.
I missed out tons... Most people...
Who else did he miss off the list?
I think it's stress.
Do you think so?
I think it's stress because... when I see it...
It's stressed late nights burning the candle at both.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, who's going to keep their hair living that kind of DJ lifestyle?
Exactly.
I mean...
David Guetta.
Bruce Willis... Oh, he's not DJ.
Bruce Willis. Since when is Bruce Willis started DJ?
Oh, I don't know. Dave Seaman. He was a goalkeeper first, and then he had hair, and then he became a DJ.
Our American friends won't get that.
No, I know. Oh well, look him up.
All right.
I mean, anyone in a high pressure job loses their hair.
Exactly.
I think most of them are wearing wigs.
The question should have been, when is the right moment to introduce a wig
exactly.
into your DJ sets?
I mean, if you're Steve Aoki, do you think his hair's real, or do you
we
think he's got a wig?
Steve Aoki every podcast.
I wasn't slamming him.
I feel bad
I was just
now.
saying it's quite good that he chose to wear the wig at the right time in his career.
Or was it a toupee?
How do you know? Yeah. He might have gone, right, I'm going to lose my hair at 26, so if I get the wig, well, it's just looking at other DJs, he might have gone, so if I get the wig on at 24, then no one will know any different, and then I'll look like I'm virile and young until I'm 70.
Well, as soon as I knew my hair was going, I shaved it.
I mean, mine's going quite slowly, but it's getting more and more shaved.
I knew it was happening. I thought, fuck this.
Yeah. I mean, my mate Tom from Bristol, we won't be listening to this, but he's a mate of mine. So, hey, Tom, if you're listening, but you won't be. He got the bic out. As soon as his hair started going, got the bic straight off. And he said to me, because at that time I was doing grade 1s with the clipper. Right. And now I'm down to grade 0.5. Ooh. Yeah, although my 0.5 broke the other day, so I'm on a grade 1 at the moment. So I look like I've got a bit of a, I just look like someone who doesn't shave their hair properly. Anyway, so yeah, he just said get the bic out because you get the bic and you feel free. It's like
there's nothing more liberating.
Yeah, than getting the bic out.
Shaving, like literally shaving your hair off.
Yeah.
I recommend it to anyone, women included.
Yeah, I mean Sinead O'Connor.
Rose Namajunas.
Who's that?
She's now the bantamweight
champion.
Champion of the world.
Okay, well, you don't want hair if you're fighting, though, do you? Really?
Nah, it gets in the way.
It gets in the way. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, stress.
Yeah, stress.
I heard high testosterone levels as well, but
It could be.
Right. Okay.
I've got a question.
Go on.
Lauren Gallagher.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
What is your least favourite subgenre
of?
Well, I guess dance music.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know. She didn't.
Okay, we'll go dance music. Yeah, let's go dance music. Yeah.
You go first.
Ooh. It's a hard one. I'm going to go R&B.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, fucking you said what I was thinking.
Fucking hate it.
There's no rhythm and blues in R&B.
No, it's just it's not what it is. It's not what it says on the tin at all. No.
Absolutely
no.
not.
I mean, I was going to say garage, but at the same time, you know, garage back in the late 90s, there was some good stuff around then. I didn't like the attitude of the people that listened to it particularly.
I don't think anyone did.
No, but some of the music was quite good. But R&B, I mean, who dances to that shit?
No rhythm and blues whatsoever. I mean, Aretha Franklin and people.
There's not even any rhythm to it. Rhythm and bollocks.
But I mean, the original artists, they must be turning their graves, literally.
Yeah, well, they will be. Yeah.
So
there's no.
I'm pleased we agree on that.
There's no rhythm and there's no B in it either.
Yeah. Dance music, I do think that if you're prepared to spend a bit of time, you can find something in any genre that you will like.
Yeah, you can find something in any genre that you won't like as well.
Oh no.
Easily. I mean, I don't like screamy dubstep either. I like the kind of the first dubby dubstep that came out.
Which had dub in it.
Yeah, which had dub in it. You know, like the old, was it Reflex Records stuff? I mean, that was halfway between grime and dubstep.
What like Banger and Scream? I mean, this is like
but the stuff
early.
They're really like, I mean, it's just bollocks.
But it has nothing in common with early dubstep.
It's just noisy crap. It's like shit happy hardcore, but slowed down with crap noises.
Well, is this what electro house kind of? I mean, there's no electro and there's no house in electro house.
I have to admit, I don't like Scouse House.
What is that? The fucking Scouse House?
Have you not heard of it?
No.
It is. It's like happy hardcore, but shitter. There is an actual genre.
Well, you sold me there.
I'm just saying it's shit. I mean, there is an actual genre called Scouse House.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And it's like, it's like hard house. It's probably not as uplifting as happy hardcore. It's like hard house, but worse, quite a lot worse.
I don't like it just for the name.
And you know, what they? I can't remember the guys, but yeah, it's basically shit. Like,
all right.
Yeah. Gabba, I'm not a big fan. I have to say, I'm not. I used to go to big old raves, and there'd be a Gabba room, and I'd stand in there and try and get it. I really tried, didn't like it. And there's also a subgenre of psytrance called high tech.
Oh yeah, that's which is super fast.
Fucking shit. So there you go.
They love that in France, though. The old high tech.
They love Gabba in France as well, don't they?
Says a lot.
They like speaking French too. But we like French.
I love France. I love going to France. I think it's awesome.
Right, next.
Next.
Oh no, Lauren Gallagher has also added, what's your most embarrassing moment during one of your sets?
I think I've said this on this podcast before. I've definitely said this on the podcast. I played at Fabric, and I think it was my first ever main room set, and I popped the CD out.
Oh, I've done
that. Was playing.
Yeah.
Twice.
In a row?
No, not in a row in a set, but over a 2-hour set, I popped it twice, and I think that was nerves. I was just caught up in the moment. I was alone, and I was with Lee Coombs, and I have said this on the podcast actually. And I said, how'd it go? And he goes, that was amazing. Right? And I was like, oh, thanks, and he goes, it's just amazing. You fucked up so monumentally twice in one set. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
He heard it.
Oh, no, I've had a few hardware fuck ups because mainly doing Nanoplex actually, because we do a bit more of live stuff. The computer sometimes decides to die.
Computer says you're not live.
Yeah, so that's why I always bring along CDs or USB just in case. But probably the absolute worst, I don't know if I've mentioned this one yet, but I've told a few people about it. I played at a rave under a tunnel under the M40 when I was like 18 that my mate put
the
on.
The M40 is a motorway.
It's a motorway,
in the UK for
really
people
big motorway, and there's a tunnel that goes underneath it.
Yeah.
And there was like a farmer that owned the land. So my mate he had like a 12K sound system, so we put that in there, put a party on. There were like 400 or 500 people there. I got on the decks at 4 a.m. I mean, my headspace was, to put it conservatively, slightly altered. Tried to get myself out of the hole that I was in. Didn't work. Mixing on vinyl. And clanged every single mix for an hour. Really, like, progressively worse and worse. But I didn't know that I was doing it. And then that was the only time I got booted off the decks.
Oh, actually.
And then I got told that I was clanging the mixes, but I didn't quite realise because my headspace was slightly altered. And yeah, never going to do that again. So that was. I mean, it was good that I learnt that DJ lesson early on in my career.
Well, I had one. This is actually not my fault. I turned up at a show in New York, in a basement club in New York. I mean, I've been playing for a long time at this point, and I turned up and I had vinyl, and the DJ, the promoter, he had one deck and one CD player, but I only had vinyl. So I had to finish a track and take it off and put another track on in a club because he only had one deck. But that wasn't my fault. But that was, I mean, if you're talking about embarrassing moments, I had to stand there and look at a dance floor and have to take the record off and put another one. Basically, play it from beginning to end.
Yeah, I've done. I've played the same tune into the same tune once before. Because I'd burnt. I mean, I've taken the wrong CD out.
I've seen that happen.
I burnt 2 CDs with I was playing playing quite early on in the night. Anyway, I was like, right, I'm going to definitely play these 12 tracks. So I burnt 12 tracks on each CD, put them in, and then I mixed one tune into the same tune. So it was like the extended mix. I mean, no one noticed, but apart from me. I was embarrassed. My mate noticed. He was DJing with me. But,
I had that with Dylan Ryan's, played at Audio in Brighton. And I finished my set. And he started mixing in. And I could see him, he was really getting into it. And he turned around to me and then he just mixed in the same track as my last. And I was like, it's the same track. And he's looking
banging, mate.
But he looked at his faces. He had his arms moving around as if to go, yeah, bang, I'm going to fucking nail it. And he was playing exactly the same tune.
It happens. I have seen a DJ just fall over and pass out because they were so wasted halfway through their sets. Not naming any names.
I've seen that.
It wasn't me.
I'm gonna throw someone under the bus now.
Don't name a name.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't.
No,
because I know him and I've asked him to do the podcast.
Yeah, no, don't.
But as a DJ that I know, and we were touring. We were in Belarus,
right?
And we had a Friday and a Saturday night. And on the Friday night, he got absolutely slammed. And then on the Saturday night, he was DJing, and he just went, "I can't DJ anymore." Just gave up. I can't play anymore. And I was looking at him going, "Why?" And he's like, "I'm just done." And he just sat down.
Right.
And I don't know.
What are you going to do about that?
Well, I
did
played.
You have to take over?
No, but he was the headline DJ.
Oh.
He was above me.
Oh.
I'd already played. And I just watched it and I was like, what? What? So I've never played a set and went,
oh dear.
I gave in. Ever went, I can't do this.
No.
And then the promoter had to play.
Oh.
The promoter just carried on playing his set and he just sat behind the decks and went and put his head down and just went, I'm done.
Oh.
I've never seen anything like that, especially because we were touring together, but he was the headline and I was on paper the support act.
Yeah.
And I view him differently.
I know a very famous DJ. I'm not going to throw him under the bus. Who played a set and then passed out and wet himself after.
I wonder if it's the same DJ.
No,
we'll say off air.
I think I know the one that yours is, but yeah, passed out, head first on the table, pissed his pants.
Well,
I mean, I've not done that, so you know.
Well, not that I can remember.
Not in front of you.
No, you haven't. Not yet. We got a podcast.
Right.
We could discuss it. If you had, we would be talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like therapy as well. So, you know, if I had done it, then I would talk about it. So it's fine. Right. Anyway, Graham has asked. Right. We've got 2 more from Graham. Both quite good, actually.
Okay.
One is kind of, it's not even a question, really. It's more of a statement. Is Telly Savalas the patron saint of lowering the tone? I don't know. I've never really liked Telly Savalas, really. If you're talking about bald heroes, I'll probably go Bruce Willis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like Die Hard 1, one of my favourite films. The other one's not so good.
Telly Savalas, though. Come on.
Dirty Dozen, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way he had the lollipop.
You like the lollipop?
Yeah. It's just cool as shit. It's like...
I don't know, who is the patron saint of lowering the tone? I'd like it to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't know.
Donald Trump?
We're going to have to come back to that because, I mean...
We can have a think about it.
I'm really ill-prepared.
Ill-prepared for that question.
Yeah.
So we can say yes for the time being until we've had a think about it.
Yeah.
Taste
For the
Alice.
moment, yeah.
And Mark has also said, you both look like you enjoy your food.
What you saying, Gio?
Thanks. What's the best pre-party meal you've been taken for, and what is the worst?
Probably the best was...
Do you want me to answer?
Yeah, you go first.
I got taken for an amazing... I mean, I have actually been taken for some amazing pre-party meals.
Yeah.
One of the best ones was in Vancouver, and the guys took us to this like amazing steak restaurant and said, just get whatever you want. So we did. I was there with Ad Brown, and like they treated us. It was amazing. We got like what's the beef that's Wagyu beef, like big steaks of it and stuff. And they were like, and you know, I just felt totally spoilt, but that was incredible. The worst, there's been a few. I'm not going to name any names.
Well, the worst is normally when the promoter just doesn't buy anything.
Well, there's been a few. I mean, some they normally happen in Russia, but there's been one in the Middle East where I kind of like got promised like a really amazing meal and got bought at McDonald's. So yeah, I mean that was okay. But then they probably thought that's what I was into. So yeah. What about you, Mark?
I would probably say Miami.
Best.
Yeah. The best. I got taken out to Sushi Samba in Miami. That was pretty amazing. Which is a kind of a fusion of Brazilian food and sushi. Sounds terrible on paper. Amazing. That was pretty special.
Yeah.
Buenos Aires. I got taken out for
steak.
Yeah, steak.
Wow.
But in like in a sort of although it was Argentina and not Brazil.
Yeah.
But it was one of the sort of steakhouses where they bring around the meat and they cut it off the skewers that had just been barbecued. That was pretty special.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Worst.
Well, the worst is when promoters just don't. They go. Oh, we give you like $10. Go and buy yourself some shit. Like there's someone that takes
just
no.
They're
just not interested, or they don't care.
Festivals are pretty bad for that, actually.
We're saying that with festivals, they normally give you
meal
tokens,
yeah.
So you can go pick your own.
Quite often they don't.
like Rainbow Serpent. I don't want to.
Rainbow's amazing.
I don't want to. Look, we bang on about Rainbow on the show a lot.
Rainbow,
but they give you tokens, and all the food is great.
Yeah.
So I mean that's exciting. If you're there for a few days, you're going to. And look, I love meat, but like for vegetarian and vegan food, it's off the
it's killer.
chain. Yeah.
I had the best toasted sandwich I've ever had in my life at Rainbow Serpent. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And other things.
I think we got to stop blowing smoke up there.
Well, no, we should do, because I think it's actually one of the best festivals in the world. So
me too.
Why not?
Me too.
Yeah. Louise O'Donnell. Hi, Louise.
Hi, Louise.
Hi, Louise.
That's 50s.
Hi, Louise.
Yeah, Louise is a DJ. She's called 50s. Very good DJ.
She's not in her 50s.
No, she's called 50s.
Oh. Hi, Louise.
Hi, Louise.
Hi. She said, if you had a TARDIS, where would you go? I was just thinking about this, and I would either probably go into the future or deep into the past. I'm not sure where yet, though. I might... Oh, no, but... Oh, hang on a minute. There's so many options.
I can see your mind ticking as you're thinking about
there's
this.
one dinosaur time.
I mean, that's a bit early.
But I'd like to go and see it. 2 is...
what are we visiting?
Your TARDIS can go anywhere.
No, but are we visiting or are we going back to
Just
live?
visit and have a look.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine, yeah.
2, future. Go and check out what's going on in 100, 200 years.
But that'd be scary.
No, wouldn't you? Because you just pop in, go, whoa, and then come back.
But how could you live life after
3,
you've seen that?
Well, you're the Time Lord, so you can do whatever you want, really.
Time
really
Lord.
matter. I don't even like Doctor Who. 3, I mean, I don't even know if I'm doing this properly because I don't know what the limitations of the TARDIS are.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, I'm just thinking time travel here. But I'm not really a fan of Doctor Who. I used to like it when Sylvester McCoy was Doctor Who in the 80s.
I don't even know who that is.
No. And there was
know more about Doctor Who.
I know,
I don't know much about Doctor Who apart from...
I don't like the new Doctor Who's. I like the old ones.
I thought David Tennant was a good Doctor Who.
I've never seen them. I watched one of them and I didn't like it.
Oh, fine.
I like Daleks. Or
Or
I'd probably go to medieval times just to see what it was like if I could be a knight. But then this is like me being a time traveller, not a Doctor Who.
I didn't mention Doctor Who.
Well, you have to be Doctor Who if you're in the TARDIS.
No, you can't. You can just be just
a man.
Just be a person.
Well, like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Just because
they've almost got like a TARDIS.
Yeah, just because you've got a TARDIS doesn't mean you have to be the Doctor.
Just thought of something really bad. I'm not going to say it. Right, what about you, Mark? Have you got TARDIS?
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you what I do with my TARDIS. He's lost it. It was only a matter of time.
If you had TARDIS, where would you go?
I would go to...
God. Right, next.
Can I just answer the question?
Yeah, go on.
I thought about this too.
Right.
I would go maybe a few weeks into the future.
Oh, yeah.
Lay my bets.
Oh, I like this one. Very good.
And come back and live the rest of my life.
Like Marty McFly. No,
exactly. Yeah.
No, but it wasn't Marty McFly. It was
the
other one, wasn't it? It was Bruce McFly.
Bruce?
That was his dad, I think.
You're just making names up. Is there really a Bruce McFly?
Yeah, probably.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, well.
I think I would. I'd nip into the near future.
Next weekend. Just put an acca down on a football match and then win 50 grand. Well, not even that.
50.
Well, most betting places have a maximum payout.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, 50k, I think. Anyway, that's a good idea.
You scuppered my plans.
Well, but I'm sure if you went in the bookies and you said, look,
I'd lay some stupid bet.
Yeah, like Donald Trump becoming president of the USA.
Jesus.
Yeah, 10 years ago, look, basically, I reckon that's going to happen and Brexit's going to happen.
Yeah.
5 million now.
Yeah.
You'd have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent question, Louise. Thank you. Dan Van Dahl, man with the master plan.
Yeah,
a man in Amsterdam.
Man in Amsterdam.
Yeah, who we need to see soon, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before he has a child.
Well, I don't think we're going to make it before then.
When's it?
Unless he comes over on that first weekend of December when we're going to go and see Matador.
I think I'm going to China.
He can come stay with me and go see Matador. Anyway, maybe.
Yep, okay.
He says, Technotones, Progressive Tones, what's next? My album.
Ben
and then Mark's
Tones.
album. Yeah, Ben Tones.
My album's been put on the back burner because I haven't finished it.
But it's happening.
It's happening. But Ben's album's coming before then.
Yeah.
And also, you done a remix for...
Oh, yeah, we did the remix.
For Dolls.
For Dolls, yeah. Which I'm really quite happy with.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's absolutely awesome. I love this remix. We did have 2 remixes, which was Etika and you. How am I going to say this nicely?
Maybe we just have to cut this bit out.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that.
Etika started doing a remix, couldn't get the parts to work, decided against it, and then just delivered a really nice track.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because he did an original track, didn't he? Yeah.
No, so we released it.
Oh,
as
so it's coming
track.
out as an original.
He basically done a remix, but didn't use any of the parts. But the original track's actually good, and he gave it to us anyway. So that's what's happening.
All right, great.
So we're going to go for Ben's remix on its own.
Which hopefully will do all right.
I made it do. Yeah. Well, I say that.
You say that
so confident.
If the Beats Port gods are smiling on us, it will do all right.
They've been nicer recently.
Nicer. We've been staff picks. The staff
the staff like us.
I don't know if the gods like us.
The powers that be don't.
Yeah,
but
the bosses. Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll report back later in the year about that little nugget.
Yes.
Right. Anyway. Okay. Kim Island. Yay. Hey, Kim.
Kimbo.
We are going over to Australia in March for Blazing Swan, which is a regional burn.
Yeah, you're confirmed. I'm not quite
I'm confirmed.
Yeah.
I am confirmed and a half. And I will be in Australia at the start of April as well with Chris, the really...
Nanoplexer.
Yeah, the horrible half of Nanoplex. And we will be around, so if anyone wants to book us, give me a shout. There you go, a little plug there. We are working on a tour though, so it is happening. He has asked a few questions. I mean, Most hilarious off your face moment. There have been far too many, Kim, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more when we
that's
meet
a podcast in itself.
Yeah, so I mean, I actually tried. I thought, what? Nah.
Yeah.
So wait till we meet up, mate, and then you'll probably find out. Name all of the things that are better than a kick in the nuts. Have you ever been kicked in the nuts?
Yeah, that's why the reason
I've been slapped around the face.
reason why Kim has said this is I said that Beatport has kind of got behind us on this latest release, which is the progressive tones.
Yeah.
And I said it beats a kick in the nuts.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say it's better than a kick in the cunt.
Yeah.
But because it's Facebook, I thought someone might complain and I'd get taken off for a month.
You probably would. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. People don't.
I mean, I've had a football in the nuts. I've never been fully kicked in the nuts.
It's not good.
No, I've been slapped around the face really hard.
With nuts.
No, with a hand, but
some dude slapping his nuts in your face.
It was a girl. It was a girl. I've not been punched in the face.
Technically, Shane, a girl, she's slapping her nuts in your face.
I mean, she did do kickboxing, so it was nearly a man slap.
She's kicking your box.
She slapped me in the face.
All right.
Really hard. So it busted my jaw a bit, but yeah. She's a big girl.
Well, I mean, anything's better than kicking the nuts.
That was better than a kick in the nuts.
An apple.
Just falling down some stairs would be better than kicking the nuts. Unless the banister caught you in the nuts.
Yeah. Break your spine.
Yeah. Do you reckon a kick in the arse is better than a kick in the nuts?
Yeah.
Kick right up the arse.
Yeah, I mean, nuts, it really takes the wind out.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It's not pleasant. I've seen it. I've seen the damage it causes. I've never delivered one. Yeah. It's not a thing that a man looks forward to in life.
No. I mean, I've got big old nuts. It's like,
I mean, mine are huge.
They'd dwarf my dick.
These nuts. These nuts.
These nuts.
Right. Anyway, next. Kim has also asked, because we're going over there, what are you looking forward to most about your impending trip to Australia? The thing I'm looking forward to most is going to Australia and seeing all my mates. Yay. And playing at all these great parties. Mark?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just rolled with this one.
No, you go. No, Kim knows that I've already seen this stuff, so he knows he knows how great it is.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you've seen.
Yeah. You're going to have a wonderful time, and I hope to be with you. It's logistics from my point of view. Is that whether I can make things work.
Well, hopefully.
These guys took care of me last year, and they're taking care of you this year.
No, I feel very privileged, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Yeah.
I am working on that to make sure that I can get out there. I love the idea that we can do a little lower in the tone takeover. That'd be amazing.
If not, I can hold the fort.
I know you can. And also you got Chris with you as well.
And I get to play. No, I mean no. I think the plan is actually. Although maybe I shouldn't reveal this. I don't know.
No, wait. We're doing a podcast.
Doing the podcast, yeah. All right.
We're saying we're going to do a December one anyway. So
we'll reveal the plan when.
Then hopefully I know that
I'll reveal the plan when the plan has been revealed. Does that sound like a good plan?
This is what happens when we go to the bar before we do a podcast.
No, I'll reveal the plan.
It all becomes really
Once
cryptic.
the plan has been revealed, I'll reveal the plan, which is a good plan from my perspective.
All right.
Next.
Right, I've got one.
Go on, yeah.
Right. Whammy Cat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Sam. We love Sam.
Yay.
What's on your pizza? Because I took a photo earlier and and I had a pizza. It was just mozzarella and sun-dried tomatoes.
Oh, it was quite nice, actually.
It was all right.
But the picture, that wasn't a pizza in the picture, it was garlic bread.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, that was just garlic bread.
Yeah, that was just garlic bread.
But our pizza was pretty plain as well. But
that's nice.
It was all right.
It's all right, it's quite nice.
Yeah,
I quite like plain pizza. Okay, we've got one more question.
Yeah. Well, no, we've got a few more.
Have we?
Yep. There you go. You go.
I've got one more question.
Do you want me to ask mine?
Oh, no, we've got a few more, actually. Okay, let me ask another one from Sam.
Okay. Sam Warren.
Who has asked...
Whammy Cat.
Yeah, Whammy Cat. Would you still be doing this when you're 60?
Yeah, and I saw the response to this. And Matt Dopamine said, yeah, that's like just round the corner from Mark.
Yeah.
We established today that I was 46. Because
It took us about half an hour to work it out.
Yeah, because I thought I was older.
Yeah, and then I worked out you weren't.
Yeah. I just lost a year in age.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember how old. I mean, I'm about halfway to 60 now. I think I am anyway.
I'm 46.
I'm 38, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I lost count a few years ago. Yeah, probably.
So I'm 46. I can't believe it.
Oh, God. I've spent more years writing music than I haven't. Actually, yeah, a lot more years.
Yeah.
But that's good. But would you, yeah, of course I'm still going to be doing this when I'm 60. I don't know if I'm still going to be doing it in quite the same level of gusto that I did this year, and I have done for the past few years when I'm 60. But I will absolutely still be touring. I'll absolutely still be writing music because it's in my blood. It's what I love doing. It's my happy place.
It's like
my
saying,
life.
It's like saying to a guitarist, are you still going to play the guitar? It's like, yes, you play guitar for yourself.
Hopefully I'll be a lot better by the time I'm 60 as well. Yeah?
I guess it's different in respect of like, I won't sit there and just mix myself. Although I will say, last few weeks I've been playing like every weekend, and I started to dig through some new music, and then I started to try and mix and try and get some little runs and try and find some stuff that worked together. And I found myself absolutely loving it. And I realised while I was doing it that I had missed that time that, you know, over a period where I wasn't playing, I was doing other stuff, is that when I sit there and I mix it, it's like, that's really personal. It's like, I'm trying to get these like these runs, this selection. It's like, and also the way that you mix it is like with the way that you deliver the track, whether you deliver it with aggression or you deliver it with smoothness. I found myself really getting off on it. And then when I went off to play at the shows and seeing it materialise in performances and seeing the dance floor move to it, is that I realised, you know, over that course of time that it isn't something that I want to stop doing.
No, I'm never going to stop writing music.
And you know, but not so much writing, but the playing. Right. I think Sam was more about the playing. It's like, I'm never going to stop writing music.
No,
that point blank, never.
You're a musician. You're like me. I've been doing it since I was 6. I'm not going to carry on doing it until I'm 60.
I think Sam's question was like about playing. And also is that my peers, the people that I grew up listening to, like Carl Cox, Digweed.
They're still going.
Yeah, I mean, they're knocking on to their 60s now. And they're still killing it.
Absolutely killing it. Coxie's at the top of his fucking game still.
If anything, he's never been better.
Yeah. You look at Sasha. Sasha's doing the whole orchestra thing now. I mean, like,
how can I, like, on much smaller level say that I can stop, because all the people that I aspire to and all the people that I look up to are still kicking the shit out of it. And if not, actually being bigger and better in what they do, is that, if anything, they're continuing to inspire me.
I mean,
so it's kind of like, until those guys call it a day, then I don't know where the line should be drawn.
There is no line. I mean, I said to myself, I'm not going to stop until I've had at least 10 albums out. Which will probably be in the next 5 years. So
next
Right,
2 years. Well, you knock out tunes.
Yeah, I'm already on we're up to the 4th now. So Anyway, still going at 60. I mean, Sam would ask, what would you be doing if you weren't doing it? I mean, probably what I do when I don't do it. So, but I'd rather not do what I do when I don't do it. So I'd rather just do that when I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
there you go. That's the answer to that.
And my answer is the same as Ben's.
Yeah. Right, have we got any more questions, Mark? You've got another one?
Yeah, my daughter.
From your daughter? Yes.
Amelie.
Yeah.
Who's just turned up.
Yeah. Does she want to come and hear the answer to the question, do you think?
No, because she's starting to eject in.
Will she? Well, she can.
No, she talks more than I do.
Right.
I tell you what, let me go and grab her.
Why don't we find out?
She can ask
special
the question
guest
herself. Hang on.
Yeah, go on. Let's go.
Let's go. Hi, I'm Emily.
Do I have to introduce? Oh, wow.
Right, okay, so
Technical.
welcome, Amelie, special guest to the show.
My dad's
Yeah. This is really stressful.
Really stressful.
Emily.
What question do you have for me and Mark?
Why don't you talk about animals more?
Wow, that's a fantastic question.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
So Ben, why don't we talk about animals more?
Do you know the answer to that? It's because we've never been asked about animals before.
I mean, it's a good question.
Yeah. What's your favourite animal?
A goat.
A goat.
I love goat, not a goat. I mean goats in general, not one.
One particular goat. I was wondering what was in the loft. Dead or alive?
No. Why don't we talk about animals more?
I like cats. Cats are my favourite animals because I've owned cats and I love them. You don't like cats?
No, it's not. I don't.
You're a dog lover, aren't you?
Yeah, I like dogs. They're a little bit. I mean, they're a little.
If you could have any animal as a pet, what would you have?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'd like a pot-belly pig.
Right.
I could look at your face. You weren't expecting. That was way out of your realms of what you're expecting.
I was expecting like a giraffe or something. Like.
No, I like the idea of. Obviously, you need space. Like they're smarter than dogs.
I like sloths.
They're smart.
I quite like sloths.
Oh, they're wicked.
Yeah, sloths are cool.
But then you like cats. That says a lot.
Yeah.
I think you just like cuddles.
Some lazy cunt. No, I don't like cuddles.
Really? And you want a sloth?
The sloths don't cuddle. They just like fall on the ground and can't move. And they go, move it like.
I'm not sure how to respond with that information.
Exactly. Right. Okay. What about? So we're talking about animals. What's the most exotic animal you've ever eaten?
I tried a bit of snake once.
Yeah. I had the bit of snake that's in the bottom of a tequila bottle from Thailand. Is it tequila or?
Worm in it.
No. There's one from Thailand that has a snake in it.
Oh, I don't know about
Tasted of tequila.
Is that like is that Thai tequila?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
It tasted like shit.
No shit.
I'm trying to think what I've had that's exotic. I mean, I've had crocodiles, not very exotic.
I've eaten bullfrog in
Bullfrog?
China. That was
I've eaten frog's legs, but
I've eaten a rabbit, which here doesn't sound so mental.
Rabbit.
But when you're in China and it's got rabbit on the menu, you know it's different. Like here,
is it rabbit's balls or something?
like here, you know
Rabbit cock.
Oh,
You ever eaten any animal's genitalia?
nah.
No.
I've eaten squid balls, but it
They're
wasn't
not balls.
But they're not actually their balls.
Have you eaten brain?
I
I had lamb brain in Australia once.
I've eaten offal before, and I quite liked it.
Well, there's different types of offal, though, isn't there? What you mean, like the stomach lining, like a sweet bread, or whatever it's called?
That was all right.
I've had brain. It was like it was just a bit. It was a bit like pate. It was a bit horrible.
Yeah,
really.
that's what I thought. Yeah, it's like pate.
Heart. I've had heart.
Yeah, loads of heart.
I think my favourite.
Kidneys,
I like liver and kidneys. Yeah. Liver's probably my favourite.
Anyone that knocks foie gras has not
Foie gras.
Anyone that knocks it has not tasted really good foie
It's
gras.
nice, but it's a little bit inhumane. But they are.
That's not what
they are turkeys.
I'm gonna say.
Is it turkeys or chickens?
No, it's goose.
Goose. Sorry,
Isn't it?
It's goose. Yeah, they are geese.
They're geese, and
They shove stuff down their neck.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not nice.
No,
is
I mean,
it?
how can I say this?
Tastes good though.
Damn, it tastes amazing.
Have you ever eaten insects fried?
Yes, I had the little centipedes thing in a Taipei.
Right.
And they were just crunchy. It's like once you get over the fact of what they actually are, they're all
I
right.
don't think I can bring
It's
myself
just
to do
pure
it.
protein,
There's
actually.
something about it that I think it's the crunchy shell on the outside.
Yeah.
It
It was just crispy. I'll tell you what I don't like is chicken feet.
I've never had it.
Oh really? Oh man. Well, I'm going to China in a few weeks.
Yeah, they like it in China. I mean,
Oh,
I've
man, they
been
love
offered
a
it
bit
to
of
me a
chicken
few times,
feet.
but it's like just bony meat with like.
Yeah, it's all crispy and yeah. I can't get with
So
it.
we do talk about animals. We talk about eating them.
What was my
Why don't you talk about
Why don't
animals?
There we go. There we go, Emily. We are talking about
I had a great
animals
beef burger the other
and
day.
how they taste. Oh my god.
Oh.
So I think that's probably it.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you for listening. If you made it this long, God.
Well done.
Well done.
We love you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. So
What we got-
we're
let's-
gonna
shall
what we got to plug.
We've got a bunch of music.
Well,
coming
anyone
out.
listening to this will know what's coming out because they'll be on the promo list. So
Yes,
yeah,
I can't even remember the different
album,
tiers.
dolls. Oh no, on Patreon. Well, just go and have a look on our Patreon.
Yeah,
page.
just go on the- go on the
lowindatone.com/Patreon. Come and check us out on Beatport, Facebook, SoundCloud, everywhere really.
Bunch of stuff coming up.
check our music.
We're working hard.
Yeah, you're not going to miss my album. It's going to be all over your face.
I know.
So yeah.
I said like a porno reference.
No, that's what I meant. Yeah, it's going to be all over everyone's faces, all over the whole of December.
My album's going to be all over your face.
It will be. It will be.
But yeah, we love you and leave you.
We'll
Thank
see you again around Christmas time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.